All right, guys, welcome to another episode of JB360. We got a special one for you guys today. We have here the Cunfon M200, first sort of like mini electric dirt bike addition to their lineup. And as you guys know, electric pit bikes are all the craze right now, especially with the release of the EM5, the 2TO Salil, and also, as you guys know, the ETM RTR. So these things have become very, very popular in the PEV space. But yeah, guys, let's kind of go over some of the specs, some of the features of the M200. All right, so off the bat, in terms of design wise, I really like this color scheme, you know, especially with the number plate and sort of the yellow accents across the bike itself. Kind of reminds me of like a mini Ultra B in a way, you know, in terms of the color scheme. In terms of the design itself, this definitely resembles a lot like the RTR and of course the EM5 in terms of look, but overall the sizes are probably the same, probably similar. So with the M200, this is actually rocking a 14-12 setup. So we got a 14-inch rim in the front, 12-inch rim in the back. The sprocket that it's running is a 45-tooth sprocket with a 420 chain. The motor is a mid-drive motor. This one is proprietary, I believe, but it is capable of running about 3,000 watts. And as you guys can see, it is a direct drive train. So no belt drive, like, you know, the Surrons or the Talarias, direct drive for the M200. As you can see, we are rocking the off-road tires. This is something that, you know, is pretty standard for these bikes. They usually just come stock with off-road tires, so you'd have to upgrade to get street tires or any type of supermotos. In terms of the battery, we have a 48 volt, 20 amp hour battery. I'm not sure what cells there are, but I believe this battery can output quite a bit, especially with the proclaimed top speed of about 35 miles an hour. And what I like about this bike too is it actually has the information over here about your frame, about the actual sort of serial number that it comes with. All that information is over here, so in case you do, I guess, have to register it, or if you want to register it, you can use some of this information here because it has sort of that manufacturing patent stuff on it as well. Now the rear shock, I believe, is only about like a 250 pound or something, 500 or less rated, because when I do sit on the M200, if I do hit a bump, it kind of bottoms out a little bit. So I think one of the main upgrades that I'll be doing will probably be upgrading to a higher rated suspension. But the front suspension is actually really good. Has a nice travel, you know, especially for a pit bike. Got the nice sort of moto seat here on the main part of the frame. Pretty comfortable for a good 2-hour ride. I think anything more than that you start to kind of feel it a little bit. All right, so in terms of braking, we have our hydraulic pit bike brakes. As you can see, we got the master cylinders on the left and right side here, and that leads to the dual pistons on the front and back over here. Now in terms of weight, this is about, I think, 105 pounds, and it's pretty light in terms of carrying it. I mean, you could kind of like just kind of throw it in your trunk if you wanted to, and without any issues. It's just a little bulky, but for 105 pounds, it's pretty manageable. As we make our way here to the dash, so this, obviously I have my phone mount here, but the phone mount was actually originally, I mean, the display was actually originally here. As you can see here, we have our little digital display. Pretty much just showcases the speed and battery level. That's about it. So you can cycle through the modes here with the plus and minus button, with 0 being the walking mode and mode 3 being the highest speed mode. One of the things that I found very interesting about this bike, and I think most of these sort of electric dirt bikes should have, is this sort of emergency kill switch. So say you're riding and you happen to maybe, you know, come across an accident or something like that, or you're in an accident yourself, you can just pretty much take this out and the bike will shut off. It'll show like an error 1111, and then if you put it back, it turns right back on. I think this is pretty good also if you are kind of just bringing this around and you don't have a lock with you. Take that switch out, you won't be able to throttle the bike. Once that's on there, you're pretty much all good to go. Have this little like crossbar guard over here. I added this sort of aftermarket headlight over here. Obviously the phone mount, and then I have sort of like these signals in the back here, but it actually is like a kind of brake light. It actually goes well with the bike itself. It brakes as you slow down. It has like some kind of sensor in it that, you know, tracks like when you're slowing down, and then it'll start to get brighter. Full twist throttle, very common with these electric pit bikes. In terms of price point, this thing is obviously, it's not going to be as cheap as the EM5. EM5 right now is probably the best bang for your buck you can get. Just going to keep it honest. But this one retails for about $1,500, and they are located domestically. So in terms of shipping, you won't have to like wait for any overseas shipments or anything like that. They have warehouses here in the US. One other thing I forgot to mention too, so we have our charging port over here, but the controller that this uses is actually a Fardriver, and it has the harness, you could tell like just from opening the panels here. But once you have a dongle, you could pretty much just, you know, edit a lot of the parameters if you want, and you can pretty much just adjust the, you know, top speed if you wanted to, like field weakening, speed ratios, stuff like that. So I think in another video I kind of take you guys through tuning this thing and see what kind of higher top speed we can get versus the stock top speed. All right guys, that's pretty much it for the Cunfon M200. Little quick overview, and of course I didn't get a chance to film any unboxing because it did come kind of damaged. As you can see here, the back fender's kind of a little bit bent. Kind of sucks, but otherwise the thing runs pretty good. All right guys, so let's take the M200 for a test ride. We'll take it a little off-road for a bit, and then we'll do some street riding, as well as doing a top speed run in the beginning, and I'll give you my final thoughts at the end of the video. All right, let's go. All right, we're in mode 3. Got our GPS on the left here. 34, 35, 36. 36. $37, $38. Oh! Oh shit! 38 miles an hour. Holy cow! I did not expect that from a 48 volt bike. Absolutely not. Man, but the torque, the initial torque is pretty insane on this thing. Like it hits 30 like right away, probably in like a matter of seconds. I don't know what I'm doing on the left lane. I should get on the right lane here. Oh man, we hit 37, 38 again. Holy cow. This thing is a beast. I'm gonna take it off-road for a bit, see how it goes. Oh yeah. Off-road test here. Woo! Oh shit. Nice. Woo! Aside from the suspension capping out. Whoa. Oh yeah, this thing hits the dirt like nothing. Oh, this is so fun. Man, this thing is so fast. I'm really curious as to the tune on this thing. Like, I'm pretty sure they have the ratios all the way up, and they might be running max field weakening, because I'm seeing that sort of voltage dip over there. Can I go around? Yeah, see it. Also, I wonder with street tires if you gain a little bit closer to like 40 miles an hour. And I'm 200 pounds, so I mean, you could probably imagine like a lighter person could probably get a bigger top speed number. Woo. Hey, we hit 37. This bike is so torquey. But it has like a nice, like smooth acceleration. But you could definitely peak that front wheel up. Yeah, so I think what I would do ideally would be is to do like a 12-12 setup, just so I could have like the matching wheels. But I don't know, we'll see. So what I do like though is that the battery is easy to access. So you don't need to kind of like go through this whole process of removing the battery. I mean, you just have to remove the seat and pretty much unlock the latch inside. One thing I gotta do though, I think this rear suspension is only rated for not a lot. So I may need to go for like a 1,000 pound spring. But this thing can easily go around cars, no issues. This guy's not looking, he's just in his own world. We had a good stretch there. We went about 37 on that. And in another video, I'll take you through the tune and let you know what we adjust and stuff like that, just so you know in general. I have sort of my tuning steps, but it's not always, you know, consistent with other people as well. You know, they have their own preferences, so. All right, let's go through these modes real quick, see how fast each one goes. So we're gonna go on speed mode 1, and this is full throttle. So we are going at about, oh wow, about 19 miles. 19 miles an hour, maybe 20 if I was lighter. Okay, not too bad. Wow, interesting. All right, see mode 2. All right, let's see. Let's try it again. Mode 2, top speed. Four. 25. Oh, wow. I think I can go a little bit more. I just ran out of room. 25, I would say. Check the braking. Yeah. Oh, shit. Man, the braking is pretty good. All right. Little hill climb test here. This bike is too fast for the bike lane. So we're gonna go take the bridge here. Oh man, we're going about 30 miles an hour uphill. This is doing pretty good actually, not gonna lie. All right, now we're plateauing here. There we go. Holy cow. Wow. Still pretty solid, yo. Holy cow. 30 miles an hour uphill, man. And this is a 48 volt system. I'm really curious as to what tune is on the M200 out of the box. So obviously, once I know that information, I'll be sharing that with you guys so we can see what they did to make this thing freaking rip. Let's see, we're down to 2 bars. We've traveled close to about 10 miles, actually 3 bars. Our voltage sag, it just happened right there. So I'm not even sure what percentage we're running right now, but it says 3. We're zooming. Man, this thing moves, man. Holy cow, for a 48 volt, I know I keep saying it, but holy cow. Alright guys, so I spent a total of about 48 hours with the M200 from Cunfon, and I just gotta say, it's super fun. I mean, from the mid-drive bikes that I've kind of seen and I've experienced myself, like, this one is definitely up there, you know, in terms of that sort of small fun factor of just having a mini pit bike. But this thing is awesome. The top speed really surprised me. I didn't think I was gonna hit 38 miles an hour, but we did, and that's with a 200-pound rider. So I can imagine someone that's, you know, weighs less is gonna probably get a little bit more than that. And yeah, I mean, this thing, it has the standard parts where you can kind of swap things in and out. Like, I do plan on replacing the rear shock just to get sort of more higher rated weight to it, maybe like a 750. And then in terms of the tires and the wheels, I'll probably switch to like 12-inch supermotos. One of the other things I like too, just from a user standpoint, is you're able to easily access the battery by removing this, unscrewing this clip here, unscrew that right there. It's like this sort of like screw pin. And then you would just basically lift it up like so. And as you can see, we got the battery here, so the power cable over here, and it has this sort of like, I guess you could say it's like a clip or some kind of like a mount to keep it secure. But the battery's not that big. I mean, to be truthfully honest with you guys, if you were to upgrade this thing, I think the most you could probably get out of it is probably be like 25, maybe 27 amp hours at the most, if you are running like 72 volt. Yeah, and then in terms of the rest of the stuff, like probably the stickers and decals I'd probably remove. You could easily kind of take these off, which is nice if you don't want to have sort of those M200 markings and stuff like that. So to get the controller, you would primarily just unscrew this bolt right here, and then there's a few bolts on the front over here, but as you can see, the heatsink is right there, so you can access the Fardriver. But yeah, guys, man, I don't even know what to say. I mean, this thing is just so much fun. I am curious to see what it would do with like an upgraded battery and, you know, street tires, of course, and an upgraded suspension. I think this thing would be insane. If you guys are interested in a mini bike, of course, you do have, you know, other ones on the market that are a little bit cheaper. But I think in comparison, I think this can directly compete with the 2TO because they are around that sort of same price point. You know, and it has that same form factor, and you know, you can swap parts here and there and stuff like that. There are aftermarket capabilities available for these bikes. Other than that, this bike is amazing. Highly recommend if you're going to get into that sort of electric pit bike scene. And yeah, the pricing is not too bad. $1,500, honestly not too bad, especially for the specs and the customization options that are available, as well as accessing the Fardriver so you can tune it basically how you want. All right, guys, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know I did. Please be sure to leave a like, comment, or even subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch y'all guys on the next one. Peace.